9:09 in the morning. Aloha. We're in the final hour of broadcast for our seventh favorite day of the week. Believe it or not, here on News Radio 830 KHVH. We'll be with you in just a few. I want to jump in very quick. We're going to get together with good friend Attilio Leonardi in just a moment. But I opened up the box that we got last week. And this from Leo and Patrick and Ryland Sato. Primo popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, my heavens. I just opened it up. It's all locally made. And what have they done over there? They have flavored popcorn. This one is prime rib, end cut, flavored popcorn.
I didn't know that was something we needed, but apparently we do.
Man. And there's a bunch of other flavors. One is like a crab and garlic and butter popcorn.
Oh, it's got to be butter.
Oh, dude. This is not popcorn. This is porn corn.
Oh, Lord.
in a good, positive, gastronomic way.
Yeah.
Should we pop one of these open?
Ooh, I think we should.
Should we?
And then pour it into separate receptacles.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring... Do you want to get like some surgical...
I'll take care of that.
All of that here? I don't want to...
So you talk and I'll take care of the popcorn.
That's a deal. That's a deal. All right, it is 9:10 in the morning. We've been together for 327 years. Both Attilio and I started when we were both in the delivery room of respective hospitals doing this, doing the radio together. And Attilio, I want to thank you very much. It's good to hear your voice and wish you all the very best. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, sure can. Whereabouts are you?
I am coming to you from the Team Lally Attilio Leonardi bunker, my home office.
The home office. I love
home
that.
office.
Well, listen, you are one of the most active guys that I know. I mean, on a relaxing day, you probably run about 12, 15 miles. How are you holding up with all of this going on?
You know, I've been out walking because, that's one of the things that I think the mindset is going to be my big tip for today. But people you got to have routines, good routines. And I'm highly recommending people get out in nature. I am seeing so many more people walking in my neighborhood that I normally do.
Mm.
So that's good news.
That is.
We're saying hi from a distance as we pass each other, but that's what I'm doing. If you've got a business, I'd highly recommend you do with what we're doing. We are doing Zoom virtual huddles 2 times a day, once in the morning, at the end of the day, Monday through Friday with our team, because they, just like you, Rick, you're a leader in our community, and we need to hear from people that are calm, that are realistic, that are not being dramatic or sensationalizing things, and are accurate with the information they're sharing.
Well, I appreciate that very much. We're doing the very best as possible. And I think now that you and I are chatting about this, I'll be honest with you, we're a few weeks into this. But my friend, we're going to have more than a few weeks after. And to maintain mental fitness as long as being physically in pretty good shape, what advice do you give to those listening right now? How do we maintain as this progresses?
Yeah. 3 things, and none of this stuff is something that's new or earth-shattering. It's the same stuff, except, in my opinion, because of the pandemic and all the external stress that and a situation that no one alive has ever experienced. It's more of an emphasis on getting back to the basics. And number 1, make sure you're getting good sleep. Mm-hmm. Number 2, make sure what's going in your mouth, even it's okay with that. And I was thinking, I thought maybe your flavor would be the red wine popcorn.
Brother, me too well. Yes, sir.
But even making sure we're eating good things and then moving, sleep, eating good things, moving, and then the mindset thing. For me personally, I did it the first time this Sunday at 5:00. I did a Zoom a family Zoom. I had my niece from Omaha, Nebraska, my niece from Chandler, Arizona, my adult kids from Scottsdale, Arizona, my dad in Kaneohe, my sister in Wahiwa, another sister in Kaneohe, and we were all on the Zoom. And then my other sister here in Kapolei, the kids were in the background. We were looking at guinea pigs and chameleons and the pets. It was awesome because as human beings, Rick, do you agree? We are designed to connect with each other, and this self-isolation, it can be a challenge for human connection.
You know, it's interesting, Attilio, that leading up to this, there were many that were lamenting that we already had begun, you know, the non-personal interactions, the not face-to-face but online. And it seems that this is kind of exacerbating that to the point when we endure what we're going through, maybe we're going to be 2 steps further behind the one we started of trying to maintain that.
Yeah. So, you know, here's my recommendation. You know, like, I'm one of those weirdos. By the way, if anybody sends me a Facebook request, I'm not being rude and not accepting it. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on any social media whatsoever. I'm one of those weirdo contrarians. I didn't do this because of COVID. It's probably been 8 years since I've been on any social media at all. And my team is, my company is, my other team members are. I'm not some hermit living in a cave, you know, with an AK-47 and MEREAs and 50-gallon drums of pinto beans. I'm not one of those preppers or anything. I just choose to use my time differently. So a Zoom hangout with my family was the best.
Right.
Was the best. And so that's what I'm recommending is that the pendulum before was that our disconnect was because we're so technologically connected that we're personally disconnected. But by the way, my understanding is the Zoom app is the most downloaded app right now.
Absolutely. I can imagine why. It's permeating everywhere. And the net benefits, as you're describing, is fantastic. And I do highly encourage that folks do that. And, of course, Attilio, Team Lally Real Estate Group, Keller Williams here at home, it's a pleasure to get together and with Adrian and you really driving so much of this messaging. Be sure and join our friends every Saturday morning at 10 a.m., and you'll be able to learn more on a regular basis. And despite what we're confronting, business is business. And what about these days, Attilio? What's your recommendation in regarding to buying, selling, real estate? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, so here's the biggest question. Either you want to ask it, you're thinking about asking it, it's certainly come across your mind. Is now a good time to buy or sell, or is now the worst time to buy or sell? And I want to answer that question, and I want to give you guys some context. You know, you're thinking, oh, he's a realtor. Of course he's going to tell you it's a great time to buy and sell. That's his job. No. Rick, you know me long enough. Am I a straight shooter?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We're in the no, I don't know, I'm going to rip this off from Fox, but this is a no-spin zone. You don't need your hip waders to get through all the BS. This is going to be the straight, honest truth, and it's not anecdotal, and it's not something I Googled, and it's certainly not something I looked up on social media because I'm not even on it. This is from us, so I'm going to give you guys some context. Right now, we have 50 active listings. We've got about 30 deals in escrows. And by the way, if you are on the buy or sell side and you want the home and you want to sell the home, just the basics, do whatever it takes. I'm not saying giving away the farm here, but be gracious and kind and proactive in keeping those things in escrows, because things in this industry, and I could imagine in all industries in everyone's life, it's changing hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month. Things are changing. And we just picked up 12 new listings, and we've got 18 new escrows. So this stuff is happening now. So this is what I'm sharing with you from what I'm seeing in the trenches. That should tell you that business is still active. So I want to separate it. If you're a buyer it's still a great time to buy because, Rick, you're a layperson. What do you think's happening with mortgage interest rates right now?
Plummeting faster than my love for the Chicago Bears after signing the worst quarterback they could have gotten.
Exactly. And I feel bad for all you sports nuts because there's no sports. I mean, maybe reruns, right? And highlight videos, but buying. Your ability to buy, very important, is what you qualify for. So you're qualifying for more, and even if you don't want to buy more, whatever it is that you want to buy, your mortgage payments, your mortgage, your interest, everything is low. So with that in mind, it's a good time to buy. The flip side of that, inventory. Inventory is still up there. And then I want to go to the sell side. Well, buyers are getting skittish, and there's less buyers. Should I hold off? Here's my recommendation, and it sounds weird coming from a realtor. If there's no reason for you to sell right now, don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the honest truth from a realtor, right? Because, Rick, do I make any money if I don't close the deal?
Is that an actual, real, fundamental question?
Yeah, I mean, am I, unless I'm stockpiling toilet paper and selling it on the black market,
right?
I am not. A realtor does not make money unless you sell something. So if I, as a realtor, are telling you if there's no reason for you to sell, don't.
Right.
Am I being honest? Because there's no money. There's no benefit for me to tell you or give you advice, don't sell.
Right.
But if you have to, if you're awesome military service people, which I want to thank in advance in these turbulent times, especially our military that are in the medical industry and our civilians, I want to thank all of them because they are on the front line of this war called the pandemic. If you have to PCS, permanent change of duty station, you've got a job relocation, you've got to upsize, downsize. And I'm so sorry for all the people that are in the hotel industries or all the industries that are airline industries that are affected by furloughs, layoffs. You're not able to make your mortgage payments, and you have to sell for that reason. Then it's an okay time. It's a great time to sell. Here's the question you want to make sure that your marketing team, your real estate team has is the ability to do virtual meetings, virtual showings, and virtual tours of your home. Virtual, correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, has anybody ever gotten the coronavirus virtually?
Not yet.
Not that I know of. I don't think anybody's ever caught the cold from a video conference, right, or over the telephone.
That is correct.
So that is correct. So we've got to shift. We've got to pivot the way that we're doing business. We as a team, we've always done. We actually do 3D virtual tours. You can actually, you ever done one of those where you can use your mouse?
Yes.
And click to different locations within a home, and you can look at the ceiling, you can look at the wall, you can go just short of opening the cabinet in the bathroom. You can see if there's a full toilet paper roll in the bathroom with this 3D video tour. And by the way, we are putting it in our contracts that the toilet paper must remain with the home at the close of escrow. No, I'm just kidding. We're not doing that.
Well, it will help maintain the value of the property.
And I asked my lender the other day, are you guys taking toilet paper for down payments? Because it's the new gold. It's the new gold. But, chief economist, our chief economist for the National Association of Realtors, Mr. Hughes, he was on a podcast, and not a month ago, I'm talking a week ago, talking about what's going on nationally. We are still 1 million units behind demand. So right now there are 1 million new construction units in the marketplace. The demand for new construction across the United States is still 2 million. That has not slowed or stopped or been, it's probably been reduced a little bit, but not drastically. By the way, the statistics that we're looking at that were in 2006, 07, 08. By the way, Rick, what was happening in 06, 07, 08?
Well, first of all, we had a very, very bad decline and a recession during that period.
Yeah.
But I've got to get to a break here pretty quick. You know the radio biz. But I also wanted to find out about safety protocols. What are the things that I should expect when I'm looking to either sell or buy during this entire period, Attilio?
Number one, you want to make sure that either that organization or you have one yourself. Number one, hold harmless. Are we in a litigious society? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
So have a COVID hold harmless. Make sure you have addendums to the purchase contract, the listing agreement. Honolulu Board of Realtors just came out with one on Friday. Keller Williams came out with one on Thursday. Make sure the organization you're working with has paperwork in place for the COVID. Make sure they can provide to you in writing what are their safety protocols. Home inspections, we still got to get those done.
Mm-hmm.
There are safety protocols being put into place. By the way, per the emergency proclamation from Mayor Kirk Caldwood, real estate services are an essential business.
Mm-hmm.
It's not business as usual, but we're still able to conduct businesses. But we are absolutely, our office, for example, is closed.
Right.
Keller Williams is closed. All of our offices are closed. We are all working remotely, and we definitely have safety protocols in place if we're going into your home.
Tremendously important, essential information, no doubt about it. Attilio, call to action. How do we get in touch? How do we get started together?
It's super simple. All you got to do is go to teamlally.com. Last thing I want to put out there is another important website. It's called ourkapuna.com. It's set up by my friends over at Hawaii VA Loans, and it's connecting kapuna that are in their homes that don't have people to go run around and do stuff for them with volunteers. Believe it or not, they've got 140 volunteers that are ready to go. The shortage is the kapuna, so it's arpakapuna.com. For resources, go to teamlally.com/COVID-19. That's teamlally.com/COVID-19. Daily, we're updating that site on resources regarding COVID.
Yes.
For your home, your family, and the real estate market.
On that note, Attilio Leonardi, Team Lally Real Estate Group, Keller Williams, Honolulu. Thanks for taking the time again, Attilio. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Rick. Be safe and aloha.
Aloha, and much appreciation indeed.